Hey there, educators. Let's dive into a topic that's both intriguing and controversial: Columbus Day in America. So, why exactly do Americans celebrate Columbus Day, and should they? Let's break it down. First off, let's get our facts straight. Christopher Columbus is often credited with discovering America in 1492. But here's the kicker: he never set foot on what we now call the United States. Columbus actually landed in the Bahamas and later explored parts of Central and South America. So why do we celebrate him in the US? The story goes back to the late 19th century. Italian immigrants were facing significant discrimination in America. Columbus was Italian, and honoring him became a way to celebrate Italian-American heritage and combat this prejudice. Fast forward to 1937, and Columbus Day became a federal holiday. But the story doesn't end there. Historically, Columbus is a contentious figure. His voyages led to the colonization of the Americas, which brought immense suffering to indigenous populations. Enslavement, violence, and diseases decimated native communities. So while some see him as a brave explorer, others view him as a harbinger of destruction. In recent years, there's been a growing movement to replace Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. This shift aims to honor the rich cultures and contributions of Native American communities rather than glorifying a figure linked to their oppression. Several states and cities have already made this change, and the discussion continues to gain traction nationwide. So what does this mean for educators? It's an opportunity to foster critical thinking and nuanced discussions in the classroom. Encourage students to explore multiple perspectives on historical events. Dive into primary sources, examine the consequences of Columbus's voyages, and consider the voices of indigenous peoples. It's also a chance to reflect on the broader implications of how history is taught and remembered, who gets to be a hero, whose stories are told, and whose are left out. By examining these questions, we can help students understand that history is not just a series of dates and facts, but a complex narrative shaped by power, perspective, and context. In conclusion, celebrating Columbus Day in America is, at best, a deeply flawed tradition. But it's also an opportunity for educators to engage students in meaningful and transformative conversations about history, identity, and justice. So let's take this moment to rethink and reframe how we teach about Columbus and the legacy of his voyages. Thanks for tuning in, and happy teaching. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep inspiring.